Happy to be here. I am Michael T, and it's always exciting to see this crowd from our community, from all three of our high schools, and all the representatives that are here with us today. Too many to even name them individual, but a little bit later you'll meet some of them. We are thankful for all of our businesses that are from our community that are here. We are blessed by you each and every day when we take our students out. Thank you for being here. And all the, yes, give them a hand. And all of the parents that are everywhere through this building, we are so thankful for you for giving us permission to work with your students. And to all those students out here, woo, there's 100 of them. That's a lot of students. Now, to start things off with, may I do just a little bit of magic? Now, the magic words up to today were, yes, I can. So keep your eyes on me, and when I count to 3, say those magic words. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, I can. Good. You see, this is a magical day, because we're going to recognize students, and we're going to recognize businesses, and we're going to recognize all of you for being here. So hang on a second. I'll have my lovely wife come up, because she's going to do another little thing with me. And I'll put this in my pocket, because this is something for afterwards. You know, sometimes life looks empty until we realize that there is something in our community that we can do. You know, many of us have the capabilities of working. There are many of us who have the capabilities of studying in school even a little further than high school. There are many of us that can do work at home. There are many, well, yeah, like I have to do work at home, like wash the dishes some days when my wife is away. There are lots of things we can do for a week or two, right? Now, I'm going to throw in some lighter fluid. Now, lighter fluid is flammable. That's why I use my wife. Because she's not flammable. I'll put some in here. In fact, I'll put a little bit more. Good. Now, never touch lighter fluid. And never play with matches. No. Not until mom and dad or grandma and grandpa teach you how to properly use it. But I have a license to. Okay, good. Oh yeah. Oh, you see the fire? Hang on, can you see it? Whoa, let me get that out. Whoa. On the count of 3, yes I can. 1, 2, 3. It's getting hot. Let me put that down. Whoa. Say hi to Shadrach, would you? I got a little warm me trying to show everybody. Holy cows. Yes. Would you please give my beautiful wife a big hand? Reminds me of a story. Reminds me of a story of a young man and a young lady from a high school. And in their town there was a very wise man. And together they decided they were going to try to fool the wise man. So they caught a dove. And they decided they'd go to the wise man, hold it behind their backs, and ask the wise man, is it dead or alive? And so they got the dove, and they decided that if he said it was alive, they would just break its neck and kill it, and show it dead. Ooh, cruel, isn't it? And then they decided that if he said it was dead, well, all they'd have to do is bring it forward and let it fly away. And so they asked him this question, and as he sat there, he thought about it. And he thought, and he thought. And he finally looked at them, and he said these words. It's in your hands. He truly was a wise man, wasn't he? Because, you see, that wise man was really wise. Because it was in their hands. And each and every day of your life, what you do in this world is up to you. You see, whether you want to work hard or you want to be lazy, it's in your hands, isn't it? If you want to further your education, or you want to learn a little bit more about a certain skill that you really are interested in, guess what? It is in your hands. So those are the new magic words, in your hands. Thank you. You're such a good assistant, girl. I am so blessed, you know what I mean? Now I'm going to introduce to you the man who is now the Executive Director of Special Education of Berkeley County Schools. And that is Mr. Pham. Hal, come up and share your remarks.
I don't like standing behind a podium, and for some reason I always seem to follow a magician, and I just can't compete with that. I would like to thank all of you for coming today and recognize this group of young people who have successfully completed another year in the Work Exploration Program. I'd also like to thank our almost 90 or 89 businesses who helped make this a very exciting part of our kids' lives. Now, I worked at a high school for the past 18 years, and during that time, we started this Work Exploration Program, and we started with a PAES lab in our building. And in our PAES lab, our kids go in, and they learn work skills, and then they go out into the workplace, and they put them to good use. Now, I hope that our business partners get as much out of the Work Exploration Program as our kids do, because they really enjoy it. And again, I thank you guys so very much for giving us that opportunity to work in public. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you the person who makes all of this possible, who works tirelessly, who has, what I was told earlier by a very important person, the energy level of a middle school student. So if you guys know middle school students, you know what I'm talking about. I'd like to introduce Miss Sally Askin.
And you know, I was here early this morning, and the assembly room was empty, and our banners had drifted to the stage. And I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, here we go again. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting my anxiety. And then early on, our parents started coming in, and look at the crowd. Look at this workforce. Students, this is for you. Today, just to add on to Michael T's magical trick, you know, our theme this year is the future is in your hands. So, you know, we try to get creative. What can we add to that? So we added the clappers. So off and on today, you will be asked to utilize those clappers, and I know you will do a fantastic job. With that being said, we're going to move on, but I have a work exploration plaque for Mr. Van Meter. See, here we go, nerds. And many of you will be receiving our work exploration t-shirt. And I'd just like to show it off to you. And the most impressive thing is look at the back. 89 businesses. We're almost down to the midsection. And our goal is 100 businesses. And I just know absolutely we are going to move on. So thank you very much. Okay, now at this time I'd like to recognize our team, and it's a huge team. It takes a lot of people to bring all of this together. Yes, our director said that, you know, I have the energy of a middle schooler. Well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And my staff can certainly tell you that. But very quickly, if I call your name, please stand up and give us a wave so that our parents and our workforce and our businesses can put a face with your special jobs that you do for work exploration. And first and foremost, we'll start with Manny Arbon, our superintendent of schools. and Ron Gray, Board of Education, Darren Gilpin, Board of Education. Please stand up so we can give you your proper t-shirt with our helpers. Rick Pill, Board of Education, and we have Tina Cones with us from our Chamber of Commerce. Next in line would be our principals and department chairs. From Hedgesville High School, Donna Van Meter, assistant principal, and Karen Figgy, department chair. From Martinsburg High School, we have Brian Sine, assistant principal, and Kathleen Trumbull, department chair. From Musselman High School, we have Mr. Tyson, assistant principal, and Sean Kane, department chair. Next in line, we have our support staff that works hand in hand with me to provide you your banners, your brochures, all the letters and communications that we make with parents and students and our businesses throughout the school year. Those being, Shelley Marpole is here from our printing department. She, at the drop of a hat, she and Charlie Johnson, if I have a change up or an error, I'll call them up, I'll say, hold all forces. We have to do a reprint, and they are just so flexible, and that's what makes it happen. Then we have our communications department, which consists of Leah Daniel, Sharon Kisner, who could not be with us this morning, and Phoebe Brent. And Phoebe, she really works hand in hand. Phoebe has designed our posters, helps with our charts to make sure that they're put together the way they should be. But most importantly this year, Phoebe provided us with our theme, and that being, the future is yours. Whoops. Donna Klein is another member of our support staff, and she is our secretary at the special education office, and I could not convince her to be here with us today. She said, no, I'm not going to be recognized, but I want you to know that I have two charts on the stage. And she and her husband, Dean, came up with a method where for the last 4 years, I have been able to calculate the hours worked out in our community businesses, as well as where each student is each quarter and how many hours they have worked at a particular job. And she's made a spreadsheet that she checks all the paperwork off. She does it routinely, and it's very impressive. If you take a look at the bar chart to the right, you will see that when work exploration began, we began with 2 businesses and 12 students in a pilot program from Martinsburg High School. From that pilot program, which was in 2007, we moved on to 3 high schools in 2008. And we have progressed from 2 businesses to 89 businesses. And community, thank you for your support. Also very impressive, I remember thinking to myself, workforce, student workforce, my group right here in the middle, I remember thinking, if we could just give to our community 1,000 hours, wouldn't that be spectacular? Well, lo and behold, we are going to reach a goal this year of 3,000 work hours to our beloved community. With this being said, I'd like to recognize my team. And I would like to bring to the stage our bus drivers. Hedgesville High School, Susan Berner and Lisa Wood. Martinsburg High School, Tammy Dugan, Cheryl McLean, and George Vines. And Musselman High School, Mickey Grubb. I know they're here somewhere, but they're probably out in their buses and had no expectation that we were going to bring them on the stage today and recognize them. And at this time, I'd like to recognize my team. Hedgesville High School, John Coleman, Sarah Corley, Martinsburg High School, Tim Butler, Chrissy Church, and Musselman High School, Connie Garrett and Michael T. Myers. Students, these are your champions. They are your motivators. And you know how much you love them. So this is your time to show your appreciation. Moving right along, when I first came on board, some of you already know the story, but for those of you who do not, I began in education as an elementary school teacher, primarily teaching 1st and 2nd grade. Then when I began in Berkeley County Schools, I taught gifted students for 12 years. And gifted students are highly motivated, and you have to be on task. And they require a lot of initiative. They want you to be creative. They want you to, know everything in the world and be the scholar that they are, and possibly I was not necessarily up to that degree. And then a gentleman came along and said that he thought that there was a position at the special education office that I might be suited for. And so I applied for the transition coordinator position in the Office of Special Education. And fortunately, I was selected to be in that position. And I can remember my first day on board in January of 2006. And Dr. Brown provided me with a pile of papers. And he said, you have to do the transition aspect of special education and make us the best in the state. And he's told that at the summit. He's told that at the transition workshop. He's told that at this reception many times. And I'm thinking to myself, how does anybody do that? Well, no one person can do that. It takes a team. It takes all the people that I previously recognized, and it takes this very creative group of 6 people. And it also takes an overseer, someone above me, who whenever I went into his office, gave me the green light. So Dr. Brown has retired. He wasn't supposed to retire until June, but he, surprises everyone, and he decided he would retire in December. And Dr. Brown, would you please come up to the stage? Because we want one last... He said, Sally, no recognition. I will come to this program, but I do not want to be in the program. So if you notice, I didn't put him in the program. He's not written in there anywhere whatsoever. But we thought he would like to have a keepsake for all the hours and the encouragement that he gave to all of us. So we purchased him a clock that I'm sure he can find a very special place in his home. And it is inscribed, Dr. Brown, work expiration will never forget you and your time of support and encouragement. So that's what all of us.
I want to talk about very quickly is that in 1996 I was appointed superintendent of Berkeley County Schools. And one of the first opportunities I had was to hire a director of special education. And it was the most difficult position to fill at that time. And Dr. Brown, through an acquaintance of Frank Alvito, who was assistant superintendent, Dr. Brown was encouraged and stopped by Berkeley County Schools to see what opportunities that were available in this district. I think the last thing he had in mind was being special education director. And we were looking for someone who had an outstanding knowledge of schools. Someone who was an outstanding administrator to tackle the tough job that faced us. And without a doubt, it was the best hire I've ever made. And Dr. Brown, thank you for your many years of service. And we'll continue to embarrass you every chance we get. And we just love it. The second thing, that was that. I think the payback was that Dr. Brown came to me and said, we have this opportunity and we have the right person to head this program in Sally Askins. And with that, Sally, the story that you said was all true. As we can see, as we've witnessed today, the number of students and businesses involved in this fantastic program, Sally was the right person. There's been a lot of cooperation. She said it true. We all say this often. It's always in Berkeley County, it's about community, it's about team, it's about all of us. And to the businesses, I just want to sincerely thank you for your efforts, because that's what's special about living here in Berkeley County, is that it's the community, it's the friendship, and it's taking care of our young people so that someday they'll continue to take care of young people. So congratulations to the students. Thank everyone who is involved in this outstanding program, and it's always a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you.
Finished yet. With all the excitement, you know, we are very blessed to have the opportunity to have our 5th annual work exploration reception at the Holiday Inn. And I would like to recognize Sandy Reinauer, if she hasn't already left our assembly area. Sandy, if you'll stand up. She helps me make the arrangements to come here and to be a part of her organization. And the best thing of this whole opportunity is that we do not pay for this reception area. And that is on her gratitude, because she is such a tremendous support of our work exploration program. And Sandy, we thank you. And now at this time, we would like to move on to the high point. And the high point being our student workforce. And I see the smiles already out there because they know they're coming up for their recognition. And we changed our format this year. If you've been here previously, we would recognize all of the businesses together at each high school. And then we would recognize all of our students together at each high school. Today we have a different format, and my team will lead it up. So we will begin with Hedgesville High School.
I'd like to ask Mr. Arvon to come back up and help us with this for just a minute. First, we're going to recognize the students who are not yet 16 years old. The work exploration policy is to take the 16-year-olds out into the community and place them at the various businesses. But the younger ones want to be a part of the work exploration also. So we work with them in the schools. At Hedgesville, the under 16-year-olds begin by recycling paper products, sorting and delivering newspapers. They dust and straighten the library. They pick up trash around the school and at the baseball field. They clean windows, and they sort and deliver work exploration forms. And our in-school students this year are Corey Blickenstaff, Cody Castle, Xavier Garver, or Alan Garver. Depends on what day of the week it is, which one he prefers to be called. William Grantham, Casey High, Dylan Kelly, Wilson Kine, Amanda Landis, and Alex Robinson. Also, Max Wagner works in the school, but he was unable to come today.
Martinsburg, we have students as well that are not of age to go out yet into the workforce, and however, they are working in school, and what our students do, they are learning work skills in our PAES lab that will help them prepare to go to the businesses. And they also assist our janitorial and maintenance staff with cleaning around the school. Now the guys had an opportunity to do something this year that was kind of neat. They painted our doors and the trim and the window trim in our PAES lab, and they painted it orange and black, keeping with school spirit. So it looks pretty neat in our PAES lab. And before you, you see Nick Discavage, Shania Domer, Jack Lushball, and Damon Hall. These guys did a great job in school. We have a uniqueness about us because we have an actual library that is South Berkeley Library that is in our school. So we are blessed there big time. And we have a maintenance gentleman who really puts us to work. So I'm going to ask the library, the Mark Musselman South Berkeley Community Library business to come up and join us, as well as the maintenance man, Mr. Snow. Come on up here. And I'll ask our students to make their way around. Michael Moracle. And George Moyer. Now George is here in a wheelchair, so he's right there lower. Thank you. We spend our day picking up trash in maintenance. George goes with me around the cafeteria, and it's after the breakfast time, and so he has a picker and a bucket. He picks up the trash, he picks up the things that are under the tables, on the tables, and puts it in the bucket, and then we put it in the trash. We make it look good, don't we? Absolutely. And Michael Moracle spends the time checking out the faculty lounges, the bathrooms there, the office bathrooms, and any bathroom that is in our facility, plus picking up trash in the hallways. We make sure there's always plenty of paper towels, soap, and TP. And we will replace it when we need to, which is really kind of cool. That was Michael Moracle. And then, of course, Amy Randolph works in the library, and she does a whole bunch in there. That could be cleaning tables, that could be picking up trash, that could be doing a whole bunch of fun things in the South Berkeley, as well as the Musselman High School Library. So we're very proud of our students that work within our high school.
Will be to recognize our community businesses with our students. So Edgersville High School.
Follow Susan around.
It's Dr. Gillick here. Would you come up and help us with that? Thank you.
You did a good job.
This year, we're going to try to recognize the businesses that have been so kind to come today along with the students. So I'm going to read out the name of the business, and if there is a representative from that business, if you just please step up on the stage for a moment, and we'll match you up with one of the students that worked in your business over the past years. And the first one, I'm almost certain they were unable to attend, and that's our animal clinic. But we will recognize Brittany Stem. How about Gold's Gym? Is somebody here from Gold's Gym? We're going to skip around here. Travis wants to be first. So, let's see. At Gold's Gym, students sanitize the equipment. They go around and sanitize the exercise equipment. They fold towels for the people that come in to work out, and they clean windows and surfaces throughout the building. And Travis, Art, and Janice, Janice, stand up. That'd be great, Art. They both work at Gold's Gym and do an excellent job. Also with Jana, I will say that her music therapist, Julia, comes and helps her out there as well. So this is Julia. And then we have the plaque for Gold's Gym. Work in progress. There you go. Thank you, Travis. All right. Is Brittany Stem here? Brittany works at Arc Animal Clinic. Art's not here today, but at Arc Animal Clinic, students learn about all aspects of veterinary care. They walk dogs who are in for boarding. They assist the groomer in bathing and grooming the pets. They wash, dry, and fold bedding and clean cages. Thank you, Brittany. Is there somebody at the Beddington Crossroads? Okay, they were unable to come. Virginia Jordan works at Beddington Crossroads. At Beddington, students learn about retail sales. They operate the cash register, stock shelves, rotate stock, price inventory, bag ice, and pack and weigh candy. Is anyone here from the Berkeley County Bus Garage? Mr. Forrest? At the bus garage, and I will give a shout out to our bus driver, Susan Berner, who was instrumental in getting the bus garage on board as one of our businesses this year. At the bus garage, our student Emily offered office support, emptied trash, washed windows, and sorted car parts. Berkeley County Schools Warehouse was my able to come. Stephen Beaver worked at the Berkeley County Schools Warehouse, which kind of went hand in hand with the bus garage. We take them at the same time. And at the warehouse, I know Stephen assembled chairs. So if any of you faculty or administrators are sitting in a chair we guarantee you will be rocky or fall apart. And also, students have removed packaging from CD cases. Thanks, Stephen. there anyone here from Burger King? Okay, this Hedgesville Burger King, we have Sinclair Burke. Also, it's Laura. Sinclair Burke. At Burger King is one of our earliest business partners. There, students maintain dining room cleanliness by wiping tables and chairs and sweeping floors, and also occasionally work in the kitchen area. Thank you, Sinclair. Okay. I did this backwards. I'm going to recognize Butler's Farm Market. Is anybody here from Butler's? Come on up, right? I'm gonna have Roland Newman come up from Butler's. Roland? Students love going to Butler's in the fall. They sort produce, mostly apples, by quality and bag and package produce to sell. They enjoy taking a piece of fruit back to school for a snack. Thank you. Food Lion Hedgesville. We have two students, Selena Gomez and Jennifer Stem. Selena's not here. At Food Lion, anybody from Food Lion? Yes, come on up. At Food Lion, students learn about the grocery business. They put out produce, bag groceries, retrieve parts from the parking lot, restock, and straighten the shelves. Thank you. Auto Parts. And we have Derek Bamman. At Hedgesville Auto Parts, students assist Mr. Hedges by restocking parts and cleaning and rotating inventory on shelves. There we go. Thank you. Martinsburg Service Center. Anyone from Martinsburg Service Center? Well, we're going to recognize Austin Miller. Here, students assist mechanics in tire changes, oil changes, and state inspections. Martinsburg Service Center has the distinction of being a business who hired a work exploration student who is still working full-time there today. Thank you. 9 West Hair Studio. 9 West. We'll recognize Brianne Lecklider. At 9 West, students greet customers as they arrive for services. They help the stylists by preparing foils for coloring, doing laundry, folding towels, and sweeping hair from the floor. Thanks, Brianne. Petrucci, is Tony here? Mr. Petrucci? Okay, we'll recognize Sierra Farrow. She worked at Petrucci's Farm Market. Another early business partner of ours. At Petrucci, students bag and weigh candy, sort and bag produce, and make sandwiches. Thanks. Pleasant Ridge Stables. Okay, we'll recognize Jason Modello and Chase Ruth. Animal lovers love to work at Pleasant Ridge Stables. Here they clean horse stalls, remove soiled bedding and replace with fresh, and feed and water the horses. In the fall, several students work as a team to paint a building at the stables. Thank you, Jason. Pizza Monteith, I know we have okay. Katie Leave, if she would come up. At Pizza Monteith, students prep dining room for lunch service, wash dishes, assist in pizza preparation, and assist at the cash register. Thank you. Reed's Pharmacy. Anyone come from Reed's Pharmacy? Ian Burks. Ian worked at Reed's Pharmacy this year, and it is another retail business where we work. They dust and straighten inventory, put out new products, and maintain cleanliness. Thank you, Ian. Lisa 8, Pre-K Hedgesville. Is Heidi here? We're going to recognize Elizabeth Shiflett. Our 4-year-olds love it when our students come to visit. Work exploration students model good social skills for the young students, assist teachers during crafts and meals, and play with the children and teach them games. I didn't wait long enough, sorry. Rocks Route 9 Shell. Anybody from Rocks? We're going to recognize Amanda Bell. The Rocks franchise throughout the county has been very welcoming of our students. Oh, great. At Rocks Route 9 Shell, students fill the ice dispenser, stock inventory in the cooler, stock the coffee area, vacuum, sweep, and fill towel dispensers. Thank you. 7-Eleven, is Jody here? Anybody from 7-Eleven? We're going to recognize James Roadhaver. At 7-Eleven, students gain job experience as they work the cashier, stock the coffee area and make coffee, inventory sandwiches and other items, box donuts, and stock the cooler. Next, James. Sissy's Restaurant. Anyone here from Sissy's? Sissy's is Ashley Mollahan is our student. Sissy's is a new business this year, and the employees have been very accommodating. The students welcome customers, pour beverages, and assist the wait staff in bussing tables. Thanks, Ashley. Sunshine Shirts, Susan Paul is coming up, and our student is Kelsey Greenfield. At Sunshine Shirts, students learn how all kinds of printed items are made. They assist Mrs. Paul in a multi-step t-shirt process and assist in making the signs. Thank you. And would Mr. Gray come up to help with Martinsburg High School students? Thank you.
I want to call Brittany Wise on up, and Brittany's working at the Berkeley County Humane Society. So we have someone here from the Berkeley County Humane Society. Brittany is there currently. We've had several students out there. But what they do there, it's a popular business for our students, and they like to do different things, like they clean. You're good right there. You can turn around and face everybody so they can see. There you go. They clean the cat cages, including the beds and the bowls and the litter boxes, which she just loves to do, okay? And they wash all the dishes. I mean, all the dishes. Cat dishes, dog dishes, bowls, everything. And then they get to walk the dogs and play with them in the caged area there and interact with the cats in the cat room. So it's a place that they students really enjoy. So Brittany, thank you very much. Next up is Bob Evans. Do we have someone from Bob Evans here? See, there you are. This is Carolyn, I believe. Carolyn, thank you so much for coming. This is representing Martinsburg is Brenda Bruno, and at Bob Evans is always a very busy place if you've been out there, but they're happy to have us come, and we thank you so much. And what students do there, they wrap silverware and napkins, and they fold children's menus and put crayons in them, and they do those sorts of things, helping out the greeting staff there. So thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. Millions, another business that we go to. Is there someone here? Nope. Ah, okay. So Kamisha, come on up here, Kamisha. We miss Kamisha. She works at Bob Evans as well. All right. Books A Million is next, and Carolia Harrigan works there, and many of our work exploration students like going there, and because they've been reading, and they like to read and like to look at the books, but they learn how to properly shelf the books in the order that they're supposed to be in, and they also do a lot of dusting out there, because it's a big area and a lot of dust can collect. Next up, Chick-fil-A. I know Matt is here from Chick-fil-A, so Matt, if you make your way on up, appreciate you being here. We have Katie Delaportis and Lee Rubino are two students that are there right now. And Chick-fil-A is a very popular business for our students. They love going there. They have the opportunity to work in the kitchen area and also in the dining room area. In the dining room area, for example, Katie gets to replace the condiments and the ketchup and all of that kind of stuff there. They clean the tables and the chairs and that sort of thing, but then they get to go to the kitchen as well, and they learn how to cook the fries, fry the fries, and box the fries and the chicken strips and put them on the serving shelf there. So Matt, again, thank you so much for allowing me to E&M Motors or Auto could not be here today, nor the student that was going to present. His name is Najee Monroe. But they detail cars there, and that's the soap and water and the brush and then the rinsing it off and the chamois and the vacuuming and the Armor All and the wheels and all that kind of good stuff. And when they get done, they make the car look really, really nice. So we're appreciative of E&M Motors as well. Flowers Unlimited. Is Elizabeth here? There she is. Thanks for coming. Emily Puffenberger. This is Emily. She has worked at Flowers Unlimited, another one of the favorite places for our students to go. They assist in watering the plants there, and come on back. There we go, thanks. Sweeping and dusting the floor, stocking the merchandise, and at the end of the 9-week period, they get to make some kind of flower arrangement or something, and Miss Elizabeth is there to help them create that. And they've also helped out our students in other special ways. They really have, and we're just appreciative of you. And so thank you so much. And thank you. Ginger's Flower Shop. I know that they couldn't be here. Today is Secretary's Day, if you forgot about that, someone out there. But anyway, and so yeah, so they are busy doing things. But Brittany Kretzer, if you come on up, Brittany is working there, and right now Ginger from Ginger's Flower Shop is on a missions trip, and but they've been part with us at Work Exploration for many years, and students are taught how to unpack flowers and prepare them for storage in the coolers, and they usually work one-on-one with Ginger and learn how to create some flower arrangements. So again, thank you, and thank you, Brittany. Grill. And I know, and I saw them back here, and I'm sorry I'm missing last names, but I know Taco and Charlie are here. Okay. And where's Taco at? I saw him earlier. He's right there. You got to come on up, Taco. All right. I got you. I know that. This is Brandon Fair. He's currently working there, and Brandon kept on wanting to make sure, is Taco going to be there? If you work at Habanero and your name is Taco, you're going to be a popular guy. Okay. Working in the dining room, cleaning tables, and they do things like get ice and put it in the soda machine. But one of the things that we've done there is we clean their windows. And we have some new window cleaning washing things, a squeegee and that sort of deal that we've gotten this year that Sally got for us. And if you want to see some clean windows, go to Habanero, okay? And they have some clean windows there because we get to do that frequently. Orr's Farm Market. I don't know if someone was able to make it. Yes, thanks. And this is Becky Kreider. And is she here today? There she is. And students who work at Orr's, they assemble boxes or containers of apples and strawberries. They sort boxes. They set out pumpkins and gourds for decoration during the Halloween time. And they assemble goodie bags for the pumpkin patch. And they've also gotten, this semester, they've gotten to work in the bakery. And I can't stand to walk by that bakery because boy, does it smell good. And I know some goodies come out of there. And they've been able to work in there. So thank you so much, Orr's Farm Market. Someone's here from RESA 8. Tiffany Ronk works there at RESA 8. And did I miss somebody? Well, what did you know? Oh, okay, we're going to back up. I'll get to that in a minute. Let's do RESA 8. And RESA 8, this is Tiffany Ronk, representing Martinsburg High School. Our students love to interact and work with the preschool students there. They observe and they interact with them and have a great time. So we thank you very much for letting us come out and work with with your students. And Tiffany's just full of smiles all the time. It's Newberry Center, simply because I went by them. And this is Hunter Jones. And yes, Newberry Center could not be here, but Hunter, you come on up. Boy, I love to work with Hunter. He's all smiles. But at Newberry Center, they get to work in an office environment, and they love working with that shredding machine and shredding the paper and that sort of thing. We do a lot of cleaning as well with their conference rooms. They have a lot of conference rooms. We clean a lot of windows there as well. But Hunter Jones, thank you, Hunter. Here, Roach Energy, Rocks on King Street, Rocks on Moeller Avenue, and Rocks Mountaineer Mark, and Rocks on South End. Okay, if they're representative, yes. So if you're here from Rocks and we come and see, would you please come on up? Thank you so much. This is Kendra Horsepool and Thomas DuBose. Come on up. And let's see here. And they are working at Rocks, and what we do, we time it when the supply truck arrives. And when the supply truck arrives, we're putting things on their shelves. And Rocks works so well with us. We appreciate the opportunity to be able to do that. There's also some cashier registry work that's done. And they learn a little bit how to work with customers. And they also make pizza at the Mountaineer Mark. So they get to do that. Sometimes they get to eat it too. All right, that's good. Okay, yes. So go to all subways in Martinsburg on King Street, Moeller Avenue, Mountaineer Mark, and the Commons. So if you're here from Subway, would you come on up? This is Angel Arguita and Vlad Bauer. Okay, they help prepare the food by chopping and slicing and separating stuff, various items on the buffet area. They also prepare baking the bread. They stock the chips on the shelves there. They clean stuff, the windows, the tables, and they dump buckets full of ice into that soda machine. So thank you guys at Subway, and we appreciate you. TJ Maxx. This is Brianna Everhart Henry. Don't know if someone is here from TJ Maxx. We're very fortunate to be able to partner with TJ Maxx. They are our only clothing store that work with the work exploration program. But students work in the stock room, sorting and laying out clothes on the tables. They hang them on hangers and they tag them and that sort of thing. They also work out in the store area, checking the clothing on the racks and making sure the items are in the right place. And so, Brianna, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. We have Towers Restaurant, and this is Kristen Wallace, and I'm not sure if we have someone from Towers, but students who work at Towers, they get to work at a family-run, family-oriented business, and they wash tables, they put away the dishes, they wrap silverware, and they also wash the windows there. So thank you very much, Kristen. We have Devin Newcomb that will be representing us there. And a Tropical Smoothie, that's another business that's very popular with our students. They work mainly in the kitchen area, prepping various fruits and smoothies and chicken and all that kind of good stuff. And then they get to make their own smoothie as well. So thank you very much. We are plumbing and supplies. Is someone here? Yeah, that's right. I knew that. Carol, thank you so much for coming. We were talking yesterday. And this is Andre Bonham. And students shadow and they learn many aspects of the retail plumbing store business. They work behind the counter some. They work with pipe fittings and they put together various connections and various patterns. And Carol is also very nice to me because once I get there with Andre, who has bukus of questions for David, right? And just asking question after question. And when I let them go, she provides a seat for me so that I can sit down and has done that. And I appreciate you very much. Thanks for coming.
All right, our first one, we're going to call up Child's Play Preschool. We'll call up one of our representatives in there. also call up Mark Kendrick and James Long. They are working with the students there right now. This is the third year. Our students get to share what they have learned with their little ones that are there, helping with puzzles, modeling. Stay there, stay there. Turn there. With puzzles, modeling with clay, reading stories. They serve as teacher aides, preparing materials, filing, and helping with bulletin boards. We've got some men there. Cool. Christine's Flowers and Fine Gifts. Is she here today? Yeah, there she is. She didn't miss it. Megan Burkhart. Come on up here. Okay. And Megan, there's Christine's Flowers and Fine Gifts, been with us for 5 years. She is always very organized, always has work laid out for us to do. With flowers, we clip them, we plant gardens to water, and we snip all the old stuff off of them. So we take inventory at tax time, preparing corsages, bases for homecoming and prom. We are thankful for you guys. And that is Megan Burkhart. Clyde's Karate and Total Fitness and Tanning. Come on up and join us. And our person there is Caitlin Snyder. These are two of our new businesses. Oh, no, two of our businesses are fine. They decided to join forces this year. Now they were split time with our workers. Master Clyde inventories uniforms and belts and does karate students and clean weights, exercise equipment, and tanning beds for you guys at Total Fitness. And we've learned construction skills when helping set up the new karate area. So thank you very much. Dr. Catherine Silver-Riddell. Oh yeah, my wife gets to represent them. And Travis Stickle. Travis Stickle, you give that award to her now. Look out there and look pretty. All right, where's Travis? Look handsome. We shred documents. We retrieve and we fold the laundry. We highlight papers. And we also punch holes in those papers so they can be put in their filing books. So that is Travis Stickle and Dr. Catherine Silver-Riddell, the chiropractic guy. First Baptist Church of Inwood. And our student there is Ashley Knott. Is First Baptist here? Okay, great. All right, here he is. Let's get another one. You can't get her up here. Girl, get up here. Who do you think this is? You sit on the back pew at church too? She does. She said, yes, I do. This is one of our first partners. Mary has taught us how to vacuum the sanctuary without leaving footprints in the carpet. And it's very important. But usually an unnoticed skill for professional custodian. Cleaning on Sunday school rooms and folding flyers for mailing are among the jobs that they do. That's our wonderful First Baptist Church and Ashley. Thank you. The Hampton Inn and working, we've got two guys that did a good job there. Andrew Gibbs is currently there now, and Trey Jenkins. He's Alvin Lee III, actually, but he goes by Trey. Get in the middle there, get in the middle. You guys stand on each side of her. Go get my pictures of this. Every week they have something different for us. It's one of our brand new businesses. And We always clean the breakfast area with Miss Cindy and Mr. Paul in maintenance, and Miss Angie in housekeeping and laundry, and Miss Melanie and Miss Renee are at the front desk, so they teach us many, many things there. And these boys enjoy going there, so thank you so much. Headquarters Hair Design. We got our girls from there here, right on the front row. I love it. And representing them will be Lauren Shirley. Going to give their plaque. The students observed the friendly personality needed to be successful stylists. Washing chemical bowls and brushes, sweeping up hair clippings around stations, organizing perm rods, folding towels, filling shampoo and conditioner bottles, and distributing them to the stylists are among many of their duties. So that's Headquarters Hair with Lauren Shirley. Import Professionals Plus, they just changed hand this year, and I think Mr. Willie's here, and T.J. Russell, or Timothy Russell Jr. is here. He loves it. We observe all kinds of mechanical work on autos and trucks, brake replacement, and the kids get a chance to do, the boys get a chance to do the oil changes with the guys, and they get to pour all the oil in to replace it. They also get to carry tires or roll the tires to the different places. So that's Import Professionals Plus. Thank you guys. Security Bank of Inwood. Someone's here from there? Oh, they're not here today. Okay. And we have with us Scott Moskal. Now, Scott, they're one of our first partners, and he learns the importance of the banking industry as we operate the coin wrapping machine, help with drive-through, stamp and fill in the ATM machine, and even help decorate the lobby Christmas tree. Kind of fun. That's Scott. Thank you, Scott. There she is. Miss Terry, come on up here. Miss Terry teaches our students to read an invoice, and today is Megan Martin is with her. They read the invoice, we check off product numbers, we set the price gun, we print and attach price labels to merchandise. We also stock small nuts and bolts, which must be matched by the number and the letter. Wow, that's a lot to do at Master's Hardware. And thank you. Auto Parts of Inwood. And we have Bill Helbershek here. Actually, he's William, but we call him Bill. And Miss Vanessa's here representing them. We go through the store and we face and front the products. We also dust and clean the shelves. We take inventory of a lot of items, and cleaning outside around the building is very important too. And we really enjoy being there, don't we, Bill? Excellent. Well, Bill was there, I think, the last 9 weeks, so thank you very much, Ms. Vanessa. Rock's Shell of Inwood. Mr. Paul's here. Oh, that's okay. It's the prettier one. And we have our student of Damian Stewart, who's there this 9 weeks. Now turn around there, Damian, so they can get pictures, okay? All right? We sweep outside, clean around the gas pumps, works in the cooler restocking soft drinks, fronts and faces the products, helps date and stock bakery items. We do a lot at Rock Shell of Inwood. Thank you all very much. St. Leo Catholic Church. And Ty Malak, you're here for that. Mr. Joe is here, right over there, sir. Present his plaque to him. There we do lots of things, but we mostly do it all in the social hall. We're either tearing down the tables and chairs, or we're setting up the tables and chairs and getting ready for another event. and they have so many events at St. Leo. It's awesome to be there, and my students love it. They enjoy it, and you got to be a He-Man to do it. So that is St. Leo Catholic Church. Thank you. The dining room. And representing the dining room, Travis Howard Jr., actually we call him Wade, and Alexandria Taylor. Miss Amy is here for them, representing them. Excellent. It's a new partner this year, and Emmy demonstrates the manners and temperament needed to wait tables. Students study the menu, they learn how to abbreviate items, how to approach customers, steps to follow in taking orders, serve tables, provide refills. They tabulate the order, bus tables, and wrap tableware in 1 hour a week. They do all of that. That's awesome. The dining room. We have the pizza oven. And here is Andrew Worley, or AJ. Is Miss Amy? Oh, yes, she's here already. Oh, I love it. I love that dress. We match. Oh, you'll be my lovely assistant. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Now, we do lots of things there, but the biggest thing we do for them to get ahead is we pre-package French fries. We also can pre-package their tenders, their, all the side orders like the jalapeno poppers, the shells, and all that. We clean, we put things on the table, we stock the napkins, and we put the ice in the ice machine too. So, and today, we get a chance to go there after this event and eat lunch. All you can eat pizza, salad, also, we have the West Virginia Division of Tourism, Interstate 81 Northbound Welcome Center. And we have Dave Thomas here with us. Oh, and Curtis. All right, cool. And Rachel Howard. She's in the middle there. While their students smile and say hello, welcome to West Virginia. That's what they do. Say, welcome to West Virginia, a big smile. They also help track the number of visitors in the center using a clicker. 3 clicks for a car and 2 clicks for a truck. And they learn to give directions from the center back to Mustin High School using directional terms, north, south, east, and west, and its numbers, left and right turns. It's really cool. That's our I-81 welcome. I'm going to call up now. I can't remember who I'm calling up. Oh, Mrs. Van Meter. Yes, I'm calling up Mrs. Van Meter. Yeah.
At this time, we're going to recognize our 26 graduating seniors from our workforce. So students, that's a lot to replace, so we're going to have to do some recruiting. You'll have to help us out with that. First up is Hedgesville High School, and we have Donna Van Meter helping us.
First of all, I just have to say that of the 3 presenters today, 2 of them are preachers and I'm not. I apologize if my comments are brief. Okay. The first.
What are you trying to say?
We're going to recognize the seniors at Hedgesville High School this year, and the first person we have is Khalil Foster. Is anyone from Patient Transportation here? I couldn't see Julie. Okay, Khalil learned about office work at Patient Transportation. He alphabetized and filed patient transportation forms. Thank you, Khalil. the Eastern Panhandle Federal Credit Union, and I do know we have some people from there. And we have Mr. Stephen Kreitz, who is working there presently at the Eastern Panhandle Federal Credit Union. Students greet customers, they inventory coins, they shadow tellers, they package cell phones for soldiers, and they assemble packets for new members. Thank you. Next, we have Gantz Machine Shop. Is anybody here from Gantz? Well, our representative from Gantz is Jet Price. At Gantz, Jet would pressure wash large trucks and equipment. He would assist the machinist by cleaning parts or glass bead blasting. You can tell that I'm not a mechanical person. And he crushed cans using hydraulic equipment. Thanks, Jet. Our next business is Heffley Motors, and our student working there presently is Cullen Crooker. Heffley Motors has been a long time work exploration supporter in business. Students detail cars to be placed on the lot for sale, including washing, rinsing, squeegeeing, and chamois drying. Thank you. And finally, we have Neil Albin from McDonald's, Spring Mills. Do we have anybody from McDonald's? At McDonald's, students learn all aspects of the restaurant business. They work in the kitchen preparing hash browns and breakfast items. They assemble Happy Meal bags, and they maintain the cleanliness of the dining area. Also, one of our work exploration underclassmen students was just hired at McDonald's, and she's working there part-time, so we're very pleased about that. Thank you. Travis Gladden and Michael Holman are not here, but you can see their picture in the program. Thank you very much. And would Mr. Simon please step up from Martinsburg High School?
Recognizing our seniors from Martinsburg High School, we're going to start with CVS. I believe Karen McDaniel is here from CVS, but Jamie is our student, Jamie Seifert. CVS is a brand new business for work exploration this year. We're very happy to have them on board with us. Karen, thanks for coming. Students stock shelves and merchandise. They clean the windows there with our new window washing equipment, and they organize and straighten out the merchandise on the shelves. Thanks for letting us be a part. Houston and Dennis Engel are here. And if you guys would come on up, we appreciate that. Our seniors, Paul Coughlin, Tyler Massey, and Brandon Moore, okay?
She wants to do
Food line. Stocking shelves and different food items there and making displays. They work at facing, which is straightening out the shelves. One student, which is Paul, raise your hand there. Paul was recently hired by Food Line. That was after the produce manager, Will Yonks, observed that what he was doing. He was impressed with his work skills and his work ethic, and they got him working there thanks to the work exploration program and our cooperation with Food Line. We appreciate it very much. Thank you. Yeah. Martinsburg High School, not necessarily a business, but Megan Mills works in Martinsburg High School. So Megan, come on up, and she worked with Miss Church, practicing job skills in the PAES lab and assisting with washing windows around the school, which has been her favorite task. Wow! So if you want some windows washed, there you go. Brian Butler is here, nice last name Brian, and Gina is here as well. And Protel is a new business as well. And so Gina, you're going to recommend. Okay, thanks for coming.
They are very organized. When we show up, and they have a list of things for us to do. Students work in the office area, filing and preparing mailings and that sort of thing. And they also work out on the floor, learning how to work with customers. And they even help a little bit with the cash register and that sort of thing. They've been very welcoming to us, and again, we're very appreciative of Protect Act. Parsons Ford, Lincoln Mercury, Larry Pitzer, I believe, is here. And stepping up is, let's see here, well, I thought it was going to be Dalton, but I'm seeing Kamar. So this is Kamar Mitchell and Dalton Cheney, all right? And I'm not sure if Larry could stay or not. Perhaps he had to go. See here, there he comes, coming from behind. Larry, we appreciate you at Parsons Ford. Students work one-on-one with a mechanic there. They learn how to work on vehicles, doing maintenance work, changing and rotating tires, changing oil, that sort of thing, observing the mechanics working on the vehicles, and also with the computer. And again, we appreciate your partnership. Thank you, Mr. Pitts. Thank you. Motors. No one could be here today to represent them, but Josiah Bell is working there now. Students work one-on-one with a mechanic named Eric there, and Eric has all kinds of things prepared for them to do, all different kinds of maintenance work on vehicles. And he also helps them learn how to use the computer scanner and that sort of thing. And so they enjoy working there as well. So thank you, Josiah, and thank you, Hector Moses. He works there. They don't have someone with us today, but students are paired with a mechanic there as well, and they learn how to use various tools. They do light mechanical work there, and they're shown how to change tires off of that tire machine that takes the tires on and off of rims. Thank you, Brandon. Welcome us with open arms. We appreciate them at the Wellness Center at City Hospital, and Brent Garrett is here. And students there have been involved in wiping down the equipment with a special solution, and then marking it in the books to make sure which pieces of machinery have been marked down. But one of the neat things that Brent provided for Samuel was, on his last day, Samuel wanted to have a workout day at the Wellness Center, right? So they gave Samuel a workout day. I got in on that a little bit too. And I'm still sore, I think. But anyway, and you can have somebody come over and show him how to do things, and we appreciate that. Samuel got to learn a lot while he was there. So we appreciate working with the Wellness Center. All right, thank you. Let's see here, Mr. Vines, Mr. Sign, you're up next. There we go. All right. I know this guy. Sorry about that. Mr. Sign, thank you. And Mr. Thompson, then you're on. Appreciate it. Okay, I got it. All right. Our seniors are so excited. We have Solomon Barahona. We call him Sal. We have a partner from the very beginning, Burger King of Inwood. I saw Miss Barbie here. She's coming up. We wipe tables and booths. We sweep off rugs. We clean the soda fountain area, fill the cup lids, straws, napkins, put together the kids' meal boxes, wash the windows, empty trash bins, even learn to grill hamburgers, and in return, we get a soft drink to go. Developmental Center and Workshop, which is at the I-81 Welcome Center. Do we have someone here from there, representative? My young man that is there is Christopher Bridges. Christopher does a lot of things there, but the biggest things we do, we retrieve our pickers after we put our gloves on, our buckets and our trash cart. We remove the trash and cigarette butts from around the parking lot, the sidewalks, and the buildings and the gardens. And then we condense, collect all the full bags of garbage and throw it in the dumpster. We do a lot, don't we, Chris? Absolutely. And that's at the Ivy. General store. We have someone here from representing. Yes, we did. All right. And Sarah Weisenberg is the senior that works there this 9 weeks. It's another one of our new partners this year. The management and employees have been so friendly and helpful as they taught us to read product numbers on cartons, locate the products on shelves, check space available, and add to inventory as needed. A very busy store in the process of relocating, so glad they've joined our team. So we're thankful for the food line of Inwood. Mr. Tim is here with them. All right. Our student is Lori Russell. Tim writes excellent evaluation comments. Not just positive remarks, but also constructive criticism. Working in produce, we have learned to recognize fruits and vegetables that are overripe or blemished and must be removed. We've learned to build displays and fill in products and pull out dated packages. We don't sell anything that's not perfect. Right, Mr. Tim? All right, that's Food Line of Inwood and Lori Russell. Thank you very much. Farmers Market. Someone here with Inwood Farmers Market? I know that they had a death in one of the families. And our person there is Tyler Pearl. Now Tyler there, we did a lot of dusting off the shelves and dusted the products, and then we had to take them off. We had to dust the shelves, and we had to wipe all the products off and put them back on. We also do pricing of products and stocking the shelves. We also bag apples in 3-pound bags. Always fun there, isn't it, Tyler? Excellent. Thank you. That's the McDonald's of Inwood. Do I have a representative here from there? Working there is Timmy Boswell. Timmy Boswell. We clean around the soda machines. We clean that trough out below the screen and keep it clean. We also clean off the cabinets. We fill the condiments. We fill the straws and the napkins. We also fill the sauces. And while we're filling the sauces, we clean out the dispensers that are in the sauces. We also empty the trash. So, Timmy Boswell, thank you for working. VP of Inwood. Do I have a representative here?
Yes, over here.
Over here. In their place. Great.
Over here.
At the Rocks, we have Jacob Foltz that's representing them. And over here's Margie. Yeah. And Sabrina. Holy cows, we got everybody here. Macaroni and cheese. I can't believe it. We often will sweep the parking lot and around the gas pumps, getting up the trash and cigarette butts. Cigarette butts around the gas pumps, not safe. You know what I mean? But we also have the privilege to bag ice. And our record is 33 8-pound bags of ice. Done in 1 45-minute tour. And last but not least, 7-Eleven of Inwood. And my student there is Micah Cooper. And she's in her uniform. I love it. Of course, I don't use this here with her hair down. There we sweep the sidewalks, the parking lot, around the gas pumps. We make sure the liquid is full out there and also the paper towels. We come inside, we fill the 2-liter bottles of soda. We face and front all the products in the store, on the shelves, in the cooler, and sometimes stock from the back. We also fill the cups, all the cups, coffee, soda, and Slurpee. It's a lot of fun. So, and we get a free soda when we leave too. Yeah. Thank you, 7-Eleven Inwood, and Mike. So let's get out those clappers now. Not yet, not yet. Turn it out over here. Now, I want to remind everybody that Martinsburg will be the first school to get pictures, so students stay seated, okay, until you take. But I'll tell you what, the 5th annual recognition reception of the Work Exploration Program of Berkeley County Schools has been a success, hasn't it? So hang on just a second. The 2-minute video will be from each end, and it's called The Empty Pickle Jar.
The Empty Pickle Jar, a lesson on life. A professor stood before his philosophy class holding a large and empty pickle jar. When the class began, he proceeded to fill the jar with golf balls. He then asked the students if the jar was full. They agreed that it was. So the professor then picked up a box of pebbles and poured them into the jar. The pebbles rolled into the open areas between the golf balls. He asked the students again if the jar was full. They agreed that it was. The professor next picked up a box of sand and poured it into the jar. Of course, the sand filled up everything else. He asked once more if the jar was full. They responded with a unanimous yes. The professor then produced a bottle of chocolate milk from under the table. He poured it into the jar, effectively filling the empty space between the sand. The students laughed. "Now," said the professor, "I want you to recognize that this jar represents your life. The golf balls are the important things, your family and children, your health and friends. The pebbles are the other things that matter, like your job, your home, your car. The sand is everything else, the small stuff. If you put the sand into the jar first, there is no room for the pebbles or the golf balls. The same goes for life. If you spend all your time and energy on the small stuff, you will never have room for the things that make you happy. Play with your children. Get regular checkups. Enjoy dinner with friends and family. There will always be time to clean the house. Take care of the golf balls first, the things that really matter. Set your priorities. The rest is just sand." One student asked, "What about the chocolate milk?" The professor responded, "No matter how full your life may seem, there's always room for chocolate. Remember, every day is a gift, and the quality of your life is your gift to yourself."
Your hand. Make sure you listen to the empty pickle jar. All right, students remain seated. Ladies and gentlemen, businesses, thank you for being here. God bless you guys. Have a great day and take care. Travel safely to where you're going. And students remain seated.